In today's video, I wanted to talk about a secret weapon inside Squarespace. So, there are lots of times when I'm trying to do something and I'm trying to find code solutions or workarounds, and I realize that there's actually a way built into Squarespace to achieve what I needed to do, and I'm going to show you that. So, stick around to the end because there is something that you need to know if you do use this solution and it happens to have an image block. There's something that I need to show you at the end, so don't miss that. But before we dive in, I'm Christy Price. I'm a Squarespace expert and educator. I've been working on the Squarespace platform since 2018, and I love Squarespace. Now, like any platform, it has its issues. So today's video is going to be kind of a throwback. So in 2020, Squarespace rolled out their Fluid Engine editor. And you can see that on your site when you see add section, add block, this little layers panel. You see this on the right. Those are all indications that that is a Fluid Engine section. And Fluid Engine is awesome because it lets you place things anywhere on a grid. You're not really locked in, things can overlap. You can go into mobile view and rework things so they are different there and it doesn't affect desktop view. You can see that's just how I left it. So Fluid Engine has a lot going for it. However, there are moments when Fluid Engine is just not the solution. So let me show you an example. So I was working on a site for a client, and this is what our initial section looked like. So it was really nice and clean. Obviously, the styling is different here, but it was text and a button to the left and an accordion block to the right. And so, no problem here, right? It became a problem because the client wanted me to stack all of the text on one side and add an image to the left. So let's do that here. Let's add our image and I'll show you what happens here. We'll just put this first image here. Okay, so this is looking really good. However, when I click this, this image goes up and down. So if I click off, it moves up, it moves down. It's really distracting. Now, what's worse, if this image is set to fill, let's try that. This gets even weirder, right? I can click these and it just grows and shrinks, which is really disconcerting to me, especially if this were someone's face. It's like strange. So, what to do? Well, I spent about 20, 30 minutes playing with code solutions, trying to get this to not be a problem. And I couldn't figure out how to make this work without this image jumping all over the place. And then I realized there is a solution built into Squarespace for exactly this moment, and it is the old school classic editor. So I'm going to show you how I used it in this situation and then also show you a couple of other times when it comes in clutch. So don't sleep on using the classic section. So how do you get them? Well, you go to add section and you scroll all the way down to the bottom and you can add a blank classic editor section. Or if you click here, you can actually see the old library circa 2018, 2019 of sections built with classic editor. But what we're going to do here is just add a blank classic editor section. Let me change the color to this purple. And you can see the editor looks totally different here. And what I can do is I have my text. I'm going to drop in an accordion block underneath it, put my title here, and underneath add a button. Now, I might have to style the button to make it look right with this. For sure, I need to bump it to the left, but I could also change the style of the button. I could have this be an outline and change the way this looks. Now, next up, I'm going to add an image to the left of all of this. And you're like, that looks really close together, doesn't it? It does. So what we can do here is add a little spacer bar. So this is our friend. And we're going to just move that over here. That looks great to me. Save and exit. It looks very much like the layout below, except now when I click on this, my image does not change and grow. So yay, Classic Editor. That is one solution that I really love. The other time that I want to use Classic Editor is when I want my text to wrap around an image. So that is near impossible with Fluid Engine without a lot of custom code. So what we're going to do, we're going to add another Classic Editor section here. And I'm going to change this to white so we can see it a little better. And let me just drop in some text. All right, here's a lot of lorem ipsum in Italian. And what if I want my text to wrap around an image? Let me show you how to do that. We're going to just keep using this image that we dropped in earlier for the sake of time. So once this image loads, I'm going to show you how to easily get the text to wrap around this image. All right, right now this image is massive. It's taking up the whole width, but I can drag it and drop it. And you see I'm getting lines some of the time, but then sometimes I'm getting a solid rectangle. When that happens, if you let go then, it will wrap your text around it. And from here, you can actually make this smaller or larger. And yes, you can wrap it on the other side as well. So, second great use case of Classic Editor sections is wrapping text around an image. Now, one more use case that I want you to be aware of is when you are using massive code blocks. So, let's go ahead and pop in a new Fluid Engine section here and add a code block. And I have some code that I created that is just to give us today's date. And you can see that I can't shrink this any shorter. So let's save and exit. Really, all I want is today's date, but I don't want all of this space around it. So what do I do? Well, let's try a Classic Editor section. Add section, Classic Editor. Here we go. Let's go to section height. We'll make that as small as possible. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop in my code block here. I'm gonna get rid of this text block underneath that I don't need. And you can see it's pretty tall, just like it was below, but what I can do now is make this section minimally high. And here we go. Let's scroll down and take a look at our two examples. This is the Classic Editor, and this, if you recall, is as short as we could get the Fluid Engine section. So just keep in mind, Classic Editor sections still exist. There are still some great use cases for them, but you stuck around, and now there is something that I need to show you. When you are using Classic Editor sections and an image, in your sitemap, there is a lot of nonsense associated with this image. So you will obviously add your alt text here. We're going to turn off caption, add alt text. And you would think that that is all that would show up in the code. However, if we click on edit, go to design, and change this from inline to poster, you can see there's some text here. Make it stand out. Whatever it is, something about tell your story, make all the difference. You have to remove that or it's going to show up in the code. Then you just go back and pop this back to inline. So that gets rid of the weird additional text surrounding this image that would show up in your sitemap when you use classic sections. So if you are using images and classic sections, just make sure to go in and remove that kind of junk text on one of the other views if you're using an inline image. All right, that is it for today. I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, drop a comment below. I'd love to know if you are using the Classic Editor sections or if you're like, oh, I forgot about them. I'm going to start using them more. I would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and I wish you all the best with your website.